Okay, to whoever landed on this video, because God knows how the YouTube algorithm works, this is my video diary for my fitness progress. I have a 2022 resolution for my lifts, which is to bench 3 plates for reps, squat 4 plates for reps, and deadlift 4.5 plates for reps. Ratio is kind of off, but that kind of goes to show how I haven't been training properly, I guess, for the past 2 or so years that I've been lifting consistently. Um, I guess it's almost 3 years now, but that's with COVID. The gap calculated in. But either way, I'm hoping to hit some significant numbers because I feel like I've been kind of working out just by feel and not really caring too much about my numbers. Of course, I focus mostly on just like kind of how I feel and how I want to look, but I think having some concrete goals would be nice. And it'd be nice to also have strength standards that meet how much time I spend in the gym. Um, so I currently weigh about 215 and I am 5'10. So a 4 plate squat for reps I think is somewhere in like upper intermediate to proficient range according to strength standards. It might be nearing advanced, but I don't know. But that's kind of my goal. The program that I'm doing right now is called um, Lane Norton's Power Hypertrophy and Adaptive Training program. It's an upper lower split, and it looks like this for me. If this looks kind of weird, it might be because I'm not doing this the way that it was originally programmed. Um, Basically, I go to the gym 6 days a week, but I work out in the mornings during the weekdays, and I try to get up as early as possible, but it's pretty difficult getting up at 6:30, 6:45 consistently, and also getting back in time to kind of sign into work in the morning. So I try to keep my morning sessions in the weekday shorter, and then I try to make my weekend sessions longer where I have more time. Um, so my power days, lower body and upper body powers, are on Saturday and Sunday respectively, and I will be spending about 2 hours in the gym. It sounds like a long time, but it really flies by. And during the weekday, I am doing the hypertrophy parts. So there's lower chest and arms and back and shoulders day, and I'm also adding in one dedicated cardio day and then one dedicated like weak points kind of day where I'll just work on stuff that I feel like I'm lagging behind on. And my 1 rep maxes kind of look like this right now. Are they tested? No, they're kind of based on what my highest effort sets were as recently as I can remember. Obviously, these numbers are really, really bad in terms of ratio and for my deadlift in terms of just the pure numbers. Obviously, I should be lifting way more than this, and my bench press and my lower body numbers should not be anywhere near this close. But hopefully, that's something that I'm going to fix by following this program. And I'm currently on week 3. Um, and this is just the first month that I've been doing it. Hopefully, I'll be sticking with this program for about 6 cycles, maybe 5 cycles, and then depending on how my progress was, I'm going to see if I need to, um, or if I should continue going on this program, or if I should switch over to something else. But I haven't really made up my mind on that yet. But we'll see how it goes. I think I should probably try to stick to one thing for a while. I think 5 months is the minimum time that you should spend on the program before you make a judgment on it, unless you're really, really suffering. Um, so I'm just gonna talk about like what I uh, did this week. Um, I have a couple videos I'm just going to put as part of this video. First one is bench press. I've always been sort of better on my upper body lifts and my lower body ones, or maybe it's just that I enjoyed them more, so I focus on them more. Um, but right now, I think it's week 3, 80% of 1 rep max. So it's 245 for 3 sets of 3 to 5. I think the way that you're supposed to progress on this program is, well, there's a lot of different ways to progress. This is a template for how to split your workouts, not a template for how to progress from one weight to another. I'm probably going to go sort of like how 531 does it, which is on your last set, you'll do a max effort set and you'll try to rep out, um, as many as you can. I'm not going to go to failure, but I'll see like if I did 5 reps and I feel like I can do more, I'll probably go up 5 or 10 pounds onto my 1 rep max number, and then see if I can still progress that much on the next week. Um, so 245 for 5 was pretty easy, which makes sense because my previous max was I think either 280 or 285 for 5. Um, but obviously you want to peak to a program. You don't want to just continuously do max effort all the time. But week 3, 245, 80%, 1 rep max. It went pretty smoothly. Um, I'm a pretty jittery or shaky going up and down on the bench. I don't feel like that I'm losing stability or I'm not, strong enough. Maybe I'm not bracing correctly. I do feel like my bracing could be a lot better, but I feel like I have some imbalances on my shoulders, maybe imbalances on my back, which I'm currently seeing a physio for and hopefully fixing. But that'll come in due time. I was also doing, I think, some Pendlay rows. So my back has been a pretty big weakness for a while. I've always had like pretty bad posture, and I think I have a lot of lower back weakness because of that, and that also in turn makes it more difficult for me to progress on squats and deadlifts because poor core, poor lower body strength. I'm trying to pull too much. I'll injure myself, and I'll be discouraged, and then I'll make less progress, and it's just a negative feedback loop. Um, but now I'm trying to kind of be a little bit more consistent with that progress and not overdo myself. Uh, Pendlay Row's great exercise. They offer something much different from deadlifts since they're a little bit more on like the upper back and lats rather than lower back. But obviously lower back needed for stability. I'm doing 190 for sets of 5, and I feel like I could probably go up again next week. So I'll see where I go with that. Um, but it's not part of my main back strength regimen. I would say that the deadlift is the focus for now, but it is programmed in there. And then I just did some dips and some shoulder presses. Uh, Shoulder press, I think for dumbbell shoulder press, I was doing 70 pounds. Um, I feel like because of the amount of volume that I put into upper body power day, by the time I get to this point, I'm already a little bit um, tired because on both the bench press and the Pendlay rows, I'm doing sort of like heavyweight for as much as I can. Um, or not as much as I can, but heavyweight for a significant number of reps. So by the time I get to this point, I'm kind of tired and I might not be hitting as high of a weight as I possibly can. Um, Obviously, I'm resting in between these sets because it does say that on days where you're focusing on power for PHAT, you want to rest to be able to use your full strength. Um, but I think resting itself is not enough. Maybe I need some like intra workout, like nutrition, something sugary, maybe Gatorade, maybe energy bar or something like that, just to fuel up in between, so I can continue on to the second half of my power day uh, with still full strength. Um, for this shoulder press, I don't really know whether it's better to do it seated or standing. I feel like if I do it standing, um, I might be forced to engage my core more, but I also feel like doing it seated sort of takes the legs out of the equation. Obviously, legs shouldn't be part of the equation even if you're standing up, but kind of forces it to be out, and it allows me to use or focus more on my shoulders to do it. But um, maybe that's something I'll switch in and out each week. Like 1 week I'll do it seated, and 1 week I'll do it standing, and see which feels better for me. And next week will be my peaking week, so I'll be doing 85% for my power weights, which is deadlift and bench press. Uh, I wanted to do both squat and deadlift, but I don't want to put in 2 power days. So what I did is I'll switch between deadlift and squat for the power exercise week to week. Um, and hopefully that allows me to get a good focus on both of them rather than just like one of them, and not be able to focus so much on the other, because I do want to improve both of my squat and my deadlift. Maybe for the hypertrophy day, I might just make that a power day as well, and then add volume hypertrophy after that. But we'll see how it goes. But that's my week 3. I think what went well. I trained pretty consistently. I made sure to exert myself, go to RP9 on all of my lifts. Don't slack off. Um, what I felt like I didn't do so well, I think I didn't get enough sleep, didn't get enough rest. I've been staying up pretty late. I should really try to fix my sleep hygiene and get some good sleep and rest, because the trifecta of growth is food, sleep, and exercise. I'm getting sleep. I'm getting the food. I'm getting the exercise. I'm not getting the sleep. And I don't know if there's anything significant that I learned this week. Uh, let's see how it looks like next week. And that's my week 1 or week 3 summary. Peace.